What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta and you're back with D-Boy. So I'm here for you guys with the second reveal from the Premium Collection 2020. So we are doing multiple videos for you guys. Each time a new card is revealed, we give you our thoughts, we tell you how the card works. We already done the one on Kagura, so you can check that out if you want to. The link will be below. And let's jump into this one. So we have the big boss right here. This is, I think, should be the most interesting reveal of the whole set. Although a lot of people are not more hyped about this than they are angry maybe. But let's talk about this and let's also say why this card should be good or should not be good, or how this card could be played. So we have Storm, Element, Cycloned right here, which has two abilities. The first one works on Vanguard and G-Zone. And this is an important fact, that he works also into the G-Zone. So he said, during your turn, if this card is face up, all of your units with no continuous act or auto ability gain plus 5k power. Okay, so if you have him as your Vanguard, or if he's chilling in your G-Zone face up, then this skill works. The second ability is an auto only on Vanguard, when your drive check reveals a normal unit with no continuous act or auto ability. Important that he says normal units, so it does not work with triggers. So if they don't have any ability, then during that battle you could restand one of your Vanguards. So pretty much two abilities. The first one, give all of your vanilla units plus plant tokens plus 5k power. And then also he gives the ability that whenever he attacks, he drive checks a normal unit, which is a vanilla normal unit. You could resend one of your Vanguards, and that skill stacks because it's not once per turn. So if you reveal more, you could resend more. Okay, so how will this card go into the deck? Well, first the second reveal, because we also have Mikiro, I think, from Mikura, I don't know, light element right there, the great one. So we have also a great one, Cray Elemental, which is a 15k shield with an 8k power. So he's pretty much a good power, strong power, but also he has the 15k shield, which is something that mostly Protect clans have, which is the 15k shield. But a lot of other clans don't have, so now they could play it if they want to. And this one's also a little bit stronger because this one is an 8k, while the others were 7k. So what does this mean? Well, this could mean that the other reveals will also be like the grade 2 10k, then the grade 2 12 vanilla 10k, 12k I mean, with no shield, which we'll talk about in a minute. But most importantly, let's go back and talk about Cycloned right here. How will this card affect the format? Well, Bushrod said that you could create a deck by its own that works with this card, which would mean that maybe we'll get grade 2s, grade 3s that works with him. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this card would work in its own deck. Second important thing is that cards like Katrina and Neonectar could benefit from this ability, because they could just flip this face up and your tokens will gain 5k more power. So that would mean 10k more on each column, which is a lot to have to deal with. Already you're dealing with a huge power, and now even more. So that's a little issue right there. Then of course that ability that when he attacks, meaning you have to have him as Vanguard, which most decks maybe will not, except if you really want to restand those Vanguards. So again, we'll have to wait and see how this card would work with the rest of the set. But now we have the effect that this guy has on the format. So first we have him, and then we have the Katrina. Katrina pretty much got her man right there, because it's something that is perfectly made for Katrina. The Neonectar G-Zone doesn't really need other stride other than Katrina. They play G-Guards and they play 4 Katrinas, and that's it. And they need just stuff to flip with Katrina. And this is the perfect guy to flip with Katrina, because the first flip would mean that he's face up in your G-Zone with Katrina, and you already give your Vanguards plus 10k power if they're vanillas. So mostly whenever you attack with Katrina, you take out all of your tokens, and then you create even more tokens with the rare cards that you get. So on the second wave of attack, you create more. Then whenever you go for Katrina for the second time, these tokens will gain power when Katrina's skill goes off by calling the tokens. Then the first wave of attack gain power, and then with the second wave of attack of Katrina, you could flip one more copy of him, which means his skill stacks, so each card, each token gets 5k more power. So they already gained 5k before, and now they gain 5k more, so they gain 10k. So each column, if you could call units that keep calling tokens on the top of themselves, that would mean each column, if you have 2 tokens right there, could get 20 more power, which is kind of stupid, right? So what could Bushi do about this? Well, they could just say that Katrina and this guy could not be playing one deck, or just take Katrina out, as we said before, from the list, the restriction list video that we made. We said Katrina should be to 1, like Mufasa should be to 1, because these strides take out the opportunity of you playing other strides, because Katrina is better than all other strides you have in your Nectar, and that's the same for Mufasa and some others. So we said, like, you could play only one Katrina. In this case, your opponent or the Neo-Nectar player really needs to think about when to use Katrina, and that would be maybe the second stride, but they cannot go first stride, second stride, third stride. You die. You will never go to the fourth one. I've survived 3 Katrinas and then GBA'd, but pretty much there is really no way to survive 4. Maybe you need to play an Oracle Think Tank deck that draws too much cards, and you would be very lucky to have multiple heals go off and all of triggers. But again, we're talking about scenarios right here. But this guy will make Katrina pretty strong, stronger than it already is, stronger even now with the more support they have got, even more cards that could call tokens when they're placed. So you could pretty much easily create tokens. Okay, now we talk about the second important thing, which is the fact that this guy pretty much brings, maybe will be bringing the vanilla cards back. So some deck clans do not have the 12k vanilla no shield grade 2. So maybe he will get us an upgraded version of her, like the BB card right here from Oracle Think Tank. So maybe a card with even more power, or maybe the same but with a 5k shield. We don't know. The same as the grade 1 Cray Elemental, which is 8k, but it has 15k shield. So maybe we will get those kind of cards, but in the Cray Elemental form, which are a little bit stronger, and you could play them in each clan. This would be fun, because although we cannot play this in Standard, this is still fun in Premium, because some clans do not have all of those. So the second card which we could get is the 10k power, 10k shield. Third one is the 9k power, grade 1, no shield. So again, maybe he will be 10k, or maybe he will gain 5k shield, we don't know, but he will get a little bit of upgrade, I think, if they are bringing these back. And one of the more that I am very hyped to see is, of course, the grade 1, which has 2 crits, only 3k power. This is something that we could abuse in Spike Brothers, especially in the GB8 build, because you could pretty much use him to put on Force 1 and attack with 2 crits, and that could be just insane and very good. So you could combine Force 1 and Force 2 in kind of in one. So this could be interesting. Maybe they bring him back as a 5k, or they bring him back as a 3k, but he has more shield. I hope they do not do a 5k, because that would mean that they could use him in Shadow Paladin as well, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, last but not least, the card they already brought back, which is the 15k grade 1 8k. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty much, we saw a new card and we thought, hey, let's give you our thoughts about it and how broken this card is with Katrina, or this card could make Katrina even better. Remember that Katrina Neo-Nectar is a deck that could play this guy three copies of it in their deck, and they pretty much, with the third copy they flip, each token will get 15k power on the top of the Katrina power, and that would mean that each column will get 30k more power, and that comes in the first wave of support as a 20k, and the second wave of support as a 30k. So it's It's a lot of power to deal with. Okay guys, thanks for watching again. Thanks for enjoying our videos, and remember to click the thumb up, and of course to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Remember that we also have our Facebook group. We post a lot there as well. We are more of a Facebook than an Instagram people, so we do that most of the time. And now with all this coronavirus bullshit, remember guys to stay safe, and also to join us on our Discord channel. So thanks for watching yet again. Till next time.